Welcome to the Dolomites, one of the most picturesque places in all of Europe. In this part of our Italian trip, we're heading even deeper into the heart of South Tyrol, driving along mountain roads and visiting some of the region's most stunning spots. Along the way, we stayed in two unique hotels that can be a perfect base for exploring the mountains. As always, we'll tell you what's worth seeing here and what absolutely needs to land on your bucket list. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the first Dolomites vlog, because today's video is already part 2 of our Italian adventure. In part 1, you can learn more about which months are best for visiting this region, what the prices and accommodation look like, and see a few beautiful places we already had a chance to explore. As you probably know, this time we drove to the Dolomites in our own car. And honestly, when you add up the flights, getting to the airport 2 hours early, renting a car in Milan or Venice, and then another 3 to 4 hours of driving, the whole process wouldn't save us as much time as you'd think. The drive to the Dolomites took us around 10 hours total. And we also wanted to combine the trip with Lake Garda, which is only a 2-hour drive from the Dolomites. We have a separate video from there too, so definitely check it out. Let's start with the true icon of the Dolomites, the famous Lago di Braies, which simply had to appear in this video. You probably recognize those postcard-perfect shots with the wooden boat and the mountains reflecting in the crystal clear water. This is the place. The lake is absolutely breathtaking, and although it's one of the most visited spots in the Dolomites, it's definitely worth seeing.
The key question: when should you come here? Most people will say in the morning, and that's both a good and a bad answer. If you want the prettiest photo with the mountains perfectly mirrored in the lake, before the boats start moving and the surface is still calm, then yes, come as early as possible. But if you want to rent a boat without standing in line for hours, it's better to come in the afternoon. Surprisingly, mornings are actually the busiest time, and it gets much quieter later in the day. We didn't manage to rent a boat in the morning because the line was literally several hours long and we'd have to be crazy to stand in it. So we simply let it go and walked the trail around the lake instead. Then we had a chill lunch, and to our surprise, when we were about to leave around 3 p.m, we noticed that there wasn't a single person waiting for boats. So we decided to take advantage of the moment. It's not a cheap attraction. Renting a boat for 45 minutes costs 50 euros if you pay by card and 45 euros in cash. But it's one of those experiences that's absolutely worth doing if you're already here. Since we run a blog and make YouTube videos, we also look at it a bit differently. We like having cool shots to show you. So honestly, without this hobby, we might have skipped it. We know lots of people come here just to take a photo and move on, but we really encourage you to walk the loop around the lake. It's a very pleasant and scenic trail, and surprisingly not that crowded, at least in mid-June when we were there. It's an easy 3.5 kilometer route with lots of viewpoints and takes about 1.5 to 2 hours with photo stops. The western side is wide and flatter, while the eastern side has short climbs and rocky sections. We passed quite a few older people and families with young kids, so it's suitable for everyone.
At the end of our loop, we grabbed some pizza slices and a chocolate mousse at Emma's Bistro in the self-service section. It was tasty, but what surprised us most were the prices. It was actually the cheapest meal we had in the Dolomites, and in such a location, especially considering that we usually ate in mountain huts. For 2 slices of pizza and a dessert, we paid 19 euros.
As for parking, we parked at P4, the closest lot to the lake, and ended up paying 17 euros. In summer, from July 10th to September 10th, things get more complicated because you can't just show up without a plan. You need to book in advance online, which costs around 40 euros and includes a small voucher to use at restaurants around the lake. Each parking lot offers something different, so in our guide, linked in the description, we go into way more detail about how it works, where to book, and how much everything costs.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe so you can catch the rest of the videos on our channel. You'll find travel series from Italy, Spain, Greece, the Canary Islands, Portugal, Japan and many other corners of the world. We showcase the most beautiful places, recommended accommodations and restaurants, must-see attractions, prices and plenty of practical tips to help you plan the perfect trip. And now, let's get back to the video. We already showed you our first hotel in the previous episode, and this time we stayed in a slightly different part of the Dolomites. The hotel was fantastic. Earlier we had booked regular guest houses for the same price with zero extras or pools, and we only found this place 2 or 3 weeks before leaving. It was an amazing deal because normally you'd pay at least twice as much for this standard in the Dolomites. One night cost 170 euros, and for an extra 10 euros per person, you could get a 4-course dinner, which of course we took, and it was the best decision. Dinner lasted around 2 hours, and there were starters, soups, pasta as the first course, a meat dish as the second, and dessert. Plus, every day at 4 p.m. they offered a little appetizer buffet that was also included. And once we even caught a mini aperitivo event with local cheeses, cured meats and homemade pizza. That basically sums up why we loved this hotel so much. It felt luxurious but also had this warm family-style vibe. Everyone recognized each other, every guest had an assigned table and waitress, and that made the stay truly special. Why are we mentioning this? We browsed tons of hotels on Booking, and in most of them, guests highly recommended choosing the dinner option. And we completely agree. We're normally not big fans of hotel food, but in the Dolomites, it's genuinely a great choice, both in terms of quality and price. So that's our little tip if you're planning a trip to this part of Italy. If you've been watching us for longer, you know that for years we've shared all the places we stay in, but it always ends the same. They get fully booked afterwards and we can't go back. We'd really love to return to this hotel because the value for the price was incredible, so this time we decided not to reveal its name on YouTube. But we did include it in our Dolomites guide, where you'll find several recommendations for great stays in this region. Everyone who supports our work can access it before it becomes too popular. We wanted it to go to our community, the people who support us not only here on YouTube, but also beyond it.
The next day we went to see 2 more Dolomites icons, Tre Cime di Lavaredo and Cadini di Misurina, home to the most beautiful viewpoint in the entire region. If you're heading to Tre Cime di Lavaredo, you absolutely cannot skip this spot. The trail starts from the same point, Rifugio Auronzo, and since you're already paying 40 euros for parking, it would be a shame not to make the most of it. This is where you'll get the best views of Tre Cime, and on top of that, it's home to the most stunning lookout point in all of the Dolomites. The trail starts right next to Rifugio Auronzo, at the same place where the Tre Cime loop begins, but it branches off to the right. The viewpoint is less than 2 kilometers one way, taking about 30 to 40 minutes at a moderate pace. In our opinion, it's best to go here first before starting the Tre Cime loop. The last few meters before the viewpoint lead along a narrow trail with some exposure. It's not technically difficult, but people with a fear of heights might feel uncomfortable. Unfortunately, there's often quite a queue for photos right at the viewpoint.
If you like to see more places like this, learn how to get there and have all the viewpoints and parking spots linked directly to Google Maps, plus discover the most beautiful trails and lakes we don't show in this video, be sure to check out our mini guide to the Dolomites and the northern part of Lake Garda. Inside, you'll find a ready-made plan for 6 days in the Dolomites and 4 days at Garda. Over 100 pages with detailed descriptions of trails, towns, beaches, viewpoints and must-see attractions. You'll also get our practical tips, info about car rental, accommodations, apps and even how to book flights to northern Italy for less than €15 one way. We've put together 80 verified spots, each linked to Google Maps, organized day by day, plus an interactive map with over 70 pins divided by category, recommended restaurants and as many as 10 great hotels. And all of that for less than the price of a pizza. You'll find the link to the guide in the description below. Then it was time for Tre Cime itself. The loop is 10 kilometers long, so the entire route should take you around 4 to 6 hours, depending on your pace and photo breaks. Even though it's not a demanding or difficult trail, don't expect to finish it quickly. You really need a full day for this trip. Our tip: look out for marmots along the path. We managed to spot a few.
Malga Popena is a small cozy mountain hut right by the road between Misurina and Lago di Antorno, close to Tre Cime. It's one of the top-rated places in the area. We had a really tasty lunch here. The menu has interesting pasta dishes at reasonable prices, around 14 to 16 euros. Next to the hut there were ponies grazing, and most people at the nearby tables were locals enjoying their Sunday lunch with family or friends. We also visited Passo Gardena, one of the most scenic mountain passes in the Dolomites. The views along the way are absolutely spectacular, and the drive itself is already an attraction. Switchbacks, green valleys, and massive rock walls make a huge impression. It's definitely worth stopping at the viewpoint at the top of the pass. There's a large parking lot and a breathtaking panorama. It's also a great spot for a short hike or even just a picnic with the best view you can imagine.
We decided to go for just a short walk to Jimmy's hut and soak in the views one last time, because we were already heading home and this was our final day. But there are plenty of scenic and more challenging trails around here. And of course, you can discover many more of these beautiful places in our Dolomites guide. We hope you enjoyed our vlog, and if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the first part, where we show you even more beautiful places and trails you absolutely need to see in South Tyrol.